I've recently started to pick up more manga over the past few months. Can't wait till August for new releases, right? Yeah. But because I've started to get into this, I didn't initially realize waiting for new releases is painful. I constantly said to myself that I didn't want to get these volumes of My Hero Academia until I had the complete arc of it. Of course, I gave in and bought them anyway, and because of that, I had to wait till October to get the rest of it. Oh my. But hey, I shouldn't complain too much, because the story of My Hero is starting to get good, slightly ignoring this arc though, so things are really heating up, and it's surprising to see how far we've come. And more specifically, how Horikoshi has come this far as well. And that fully goes with what the point of this video is. The stories before My Hero Academia. Now, starting to be a full-fledged mangaka is pretty damn difficult, starting out with most likely working as a small-time assistant for whatever other series and whoever. Next step is trying to make your own work, though not everyone is lucky to exactly jump into making an entire series. And that's where one-shots come in, you know, besides you dying in a video game.
No fucking way, dude.
One-shots are just small, simple comments that don't really go past one chapter, like with One Piece and Wanted. Wanted being a collection of one-shots made by Oda before he made the behemoth that is One Piece. What I find interesting about this sort of thing is that you can see and find some old ideas or a prototype of something that would be used later by the same author. Again, with the example of One Piece and Wanted, in there, from a certain chapter, Romance Dawns, version 2 that is, you can see an extremely early version of what One Piece would be. And because the series is so massive, Oda took another character from one of the stories and made it into this godlike being for samurai and sword wielders. I love that sort of stuff. Now, by this point, I've said almost nothing about My Hero, and I'm just fanboying over One Piece, as usual. That's one thing me and Horikoshi have in common, I guess, because he too is a huge fanboy of the stretchy dumbass and his weird friends. Though Horikoshi, he had it rough for a bit. He had many different one-shots and even a very small series that really didn't get completed, if I'm right. When it comes to the various stories, you can easily tell that a lot was used from these and thrown into My Hero. So much so that Horikoshi tried making it years before, same title and everything. Deku, or Jack in this case, for sure had more of a crazier and ill look to him, kinda like All Might. And speaking of him, instead of All Might being the big hero of the story, it's Snipe. Yeah, Snipe. Remember him? The dude who looks like a cowboy and guns and stuff? The story is kind of the same as the first few chapters or first 2 episodes of MHA. Some numbnut is down on his luck, can't exactly find success as a hero, even if they try. One of the bigger differences is that of Jack being a businessman who makes gadgets and tools for other heroes and actually tries to become one from the items he makes. And Izuku was kinda just this depressed teen who didn't really try that much when he was told he had no quirks. But the stories pretty much play out the same, and we all know which one went into a main series.
Young man, you too can become a hero.
Dreams can become reality.
Another very interesting one-shot is that of Tenko, and it's going to sound really familiar if you're caught up. So get this. It's about a white-haired boy who has the power to disintegrate anything upon contact from his hands, and he accidentally killed his family members, and he has a dislike for, well, almost everything. Yeah, Tenko was definitely one of the bigger characters that Horikoshi loved the concept of. Comparing Tenko to Shigaraki, even though they're pretty much the same character, is that Tenko is still just a kid, so he's not entirely hell-bent on destruction. And he has a pretty good reason for why he does what he does throughout the story, and does help people, even if he is a little bratty. Shigaraki, on the other hand, yeah, he's a full-blown psychopath, but a very entertaining one to witness, that is. And the last one that I want to bring up that kind of compelled me to make this video in the first place is Crazy Zoo. I think that's what it's called. Basically, it's about this zoo that's been cursed, along with this girl that works there, and the owner of the place who's also cursed to be a rabbit. I find this one fun to talk about because it's not a one-shot like the others, it was an actual series. A rather short-lived one as it got axed and cancelled instead of being completed, with there only being 5 volumes, but there are still chapters hanging outside of volume range, so yeah. So why did I bring this one up though? Well, pure honesty, I just love the fact that Gang Orca is ripped straight from the series and then dropped into the MHA world. And this would also give credit and the idea of having a good number of characters and its population of quirks and appearances being animal-like in the MHA world. I mean, the main character in this is a rabbit, which right now in terms of art, Horikoshi seems to have unlocked that door again. I don't really blame him. Now, some of these character designs would be used again for a game of MHA. It's like this arcade gacha game or whatever. It's fun to see that not all the designs were thrown away immediately. They got used again to some degree. And not too long after Crazy Zoo, and giving another shot at it once again, new characters added, old characters changed here and there, and then we got My Hero Academia. And we all know how that story goes, of Deku being the #1 hero apparently. Now that I remember, the series is basically just one big flashback. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much just the small video of all the stories that Horikoshi has done before MHA, because, you know, the dude was kind of, I don't want to say down on his luck, but he definitely did have a really rough time trying to break into the interesting with like a really big series, number of one-shots, and I know he had another series called Barrage. I don't know if that actually ended or if intentionally made to be short, or if it also got axed like Crazy Zoo, so yeah, who knows. But luckily for him, he's now made it to the big screen with movies, figures, and multiple volumes and merchandise all over from the series that he's made of My Hero Academia. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You know what to do with all the links that I provide and everything in the store. Stay safe. Thank you for watching. That's greatly appreciated, of course. Have a great day, have a great night, and everything else you know what to do. Bye.